Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Let's Play Zelda Classics Randomizer Modern. I am Nitro6003, and today we are going to finish the Light World dungeons, Light and Dark World, I should say, dungeons, and depending on how long that takes, will depend on what the next part will be. More than likely, the next part will be starting level 9s, because the last few dungeons, the things that you can do in the Lost Overworld are not necessarily dependent on level 9, but I don't have the gold arrow yet, so because of that, I want to make sure that I get that before doing it. So I have to at least finish, or at least get the gold arrow before going into the Lost Overworld, because I can't beat the Goma that's in there that would be guarding one of the items. So you don't ever need to pay that toll, just so you know. But there are 3 items in here, and let us see what they are. And this is basically a straightforward dungeon. There's really not a heck of a lot to it. So it shouldn't take us that long to do. But you know, it depends. Alright, so this is where one of the items is going to be. And there are the other boots. So I'm missing the iron boots. I'm missing the peril ring. I'm missing the wallet upgrades. So those are the things I'm missing. Plus I'm missing all my spells. And I'm missing the magic key. And obviously the gold arrow. So those are the things I'm missing as of right now. So let's see what we get as the last 2 prizes here. And you don't need to use that key either. So just walk through the wall. And this dungeon's really easy. I mean, in retrospect to the dungeons that we've already done. Plus, we're way overpowered for this place. I mean, you really could do this with kind of a magical sword or even a white sword. Oh, there's a small wallet. All right, good. Now I can hold 500 rupees instead of 255, which I've had the whole game. And at some point, I'm sure I will cap out my wallet. It'll just depend on how much money I get the rest of the way. I don't really need that much more stuff. I need a couple of super bombs here and there, but nothing too strenuous for the rest of this game anyway. So this is actually your main path here, but we do want to get map completion, which we've been working quite hard on doing so far, so we might as well make sure we find everything. There's your boss key, which you need anyway, and there's one of the doors you can kind of ignore. I mean, we've already been there, so don't open it. I would like to get one of the spells before level 9, but who knows where they'll be. Might as well get my Cane of Burna out. I'll need it for the next room anyway. To get the compass. I mean, this dungeon will be done within a few minutes. I mean, just ripping through everything. The levels that will take the longest essentially will be 4, 8, and 5, 6. And I'm going to do 5, 6 first before I do 4, 8. And then depending on how much time this all takes will depend on what I do. I might go into the Lost Overworld. But again, there's really no point in doing that just yet. Oh, wow, there's a large wallet. Had I only known that, I would have come in here a lot sooner. But that's the weirdness of Randomizer sometimes. Sometimes that happens where you get a couple of items together. I have had runs, by the way, where I've gotten the blue ring, the red ring, and the gold ring all in the same level. So it is possible. It's unlikely, but it is possible. All right, into the trophy where we're going to get our final magic jar, because the last expansion is in here. I mean, again, I'm way overpowered for this place, too. Now, this place has a couple of items, so, and with, let's see, with 2 levels left, I'm 2 heart containers short of getting all of them before level 9. But now I am free to have as much money as I want. As I now will cap out at 999. So once you get the compass, you want to head back up and to the right and head down. Yeah, you really want to have flippers before going into this place also. So in here we go, and you can actually walk through this wall and head on up. And again, the flippers break this place also. Now he takes only 1 gold arrow shot, but again, it shouldn't be that tough. And here you have a Gleeok. I mean, just tank them and head on up. And I'm going to use my hearts here. I mean, this room should be pretty easy too. I didn't think you'd get anything for killing these guys. Oh, you get the map. So that's important. All right, so back into the Gleeok room we go, and you want to push that for the stairs. Now, this level isn't necessarily that hard. It's just kind of long, you know, for what is in here. For the few things that are in here. And that's why having the flippers is a good thing, because you can get the boss key pretty easily. I mean, unguarded boss key. Just want to look at my notes here. So don't forget to get anything. I mean, I already have kind of everything I need, essentially. And we're going to need to open that door. To get one of the items here. I mean, this is all for one, like one or two items or something. All right, so from here, you want to actually bomb up. And this is where one of the items is. And this is the only way you can get to this item. Because if you walk through the door above you, it's a one-way door. And, oh, well, there's the second infinite bomb bag. Still don't have the peril ring. I'm wondering if I'm going to get that in level 9. It's really interesting. All right, so now you want to head on up, and you can see only one of those doors opens. So that's one of the reasons why you want to always check out your stuff before doing anything. Yeah, like I said, if they got rid of the Z-axis rule, I would be very happy. I mean, I don't know if it's in here for because you are given the feather, or, you know, because without it, it would be even easier. I don't know. You know, I didn't create the quest. I don't know. Now, you actually want to head up, because this is the final expansion right here. I mean, these dark nuts are the last, you know, that you'll see as far as challenging dark nuts. And there you see the... And this is the next item, gold spell book. I mean, that's pretty useless at this point. But luckily, we have flippers, and we can just kind of make our way through the rest of this place pretty easily. I mean, you kind of just make a beeline for the end, essentially, from here. I mean, there's really not a heck of a lot left. And then you just make a center, or go to the center of the level from there. Come on. Come on. Land. Please. Thank you. And then just go straight up. And I am going to need the arrow for this boss here. And what's hard about this boss is all the stats you support, but I mean, other than that, it's not hard. I mean, you have the gold ring, most of the stuff. Oh, there's the fire boomerang. That's good. That'll be really helpful for the next level. So that should be all of the map and all the stuff here. And now we're going to head straight to 4-8. Which is actually right here. All right, so this is a long level also, and you really want to be careful here. Not that it's hard; it's actually not a hard level at all. But what's interesting is that you could really get lost very quickly in this level, and you really want to make sure that you're doing as much as you can. To do one path. You don't want to do like a lot of paths for this place. You just want to kind of do one if you can. So this way you don't have to, worry if you're forgetting something. I mean, it would actually be helpful if you had the map already at this point, so... Oh, hello. I'm in Gleok's butt. And yes, there is a staircase there. We'll get to it in just a second. So I have all the expansions now. And again, you always want to kill everything in the rooms if you can, because you never know when you'll find one of these things. Yeah, you want to make sure you get all the keys in this place, because you will be using a lot of them. And again, you kind of have to go all the way around. If you miss something, it's a long way around. So you really want to try to get everything in as few trips as possible. And again, using your lens would not necessarily be a bad idea here. And actually getting this first, whoops. Getting this first is actually not a bad thing either. Because this is where you're going to find your map. So, now you also want to make sure you get the boss key. It's very easy to forget the boss key. And it's actually on this path. So you want to make sure you get the boss key also. Because here's your boss key. Kind of hidden in that little kind of path there. Now, 2 of the items you're going to get are kind of end of the level prizes. So, essentially. And yeah, you're gonna find out that a lot of these dark spaces you're gonna need to know also. And again, that's why having the lens is really helpful in this level. And lots of bombs too. And actually the boss of this place is not hard. I think it's just another Gleeok, if I'm not mistaken. So now you want to head this way because you want to get the you want to head this way first. Because this is where you're going to find one of your items. So and it doesn't matter, you can't actually kill the super dark nuts. Oh, there's a heart container. So I am now one short of having them all before level 9. So we'll see what the last 2 items in this place are. Yeah, so you can't one-hit KO those guys, so basically they're always going to respawn on you. So just be aware of that. And now you kind of have to make a beeline back to those stairs. There we go. The one thing I'm not a fan of in this quest is that you can't see the map when you're in a dark room. That and the Z-axis are my least favorite parts of this quest. Now that I can hold 999, it doesn't matter. See, now you could probably think that there's something here, but not from this way. So you want to head through this path first. And that's why you couldn't bomb or walk through those walls. So now you're here. I would like to get the magic key, actually. Again, always check your bombable walls first. Always check your bombable walls first, because, I mean, more than likely you may not see it, but you know, you want to check your bombable walls first. And yeah, you have to go this way. Again, if you don't want to do map completion, you don't have to do all this. I mean, you can go to the boss now if you want. As I said, you're going to use a lot of keys in this place. You know, and again, that's why you need to have a lot of extra keys. And now you're kind of making another round through all this. And actually, if with the map, you can actually bomb down. You get to this from another way also, but since I'm here, and actually it's better to just kind of sit here and tank him out that way. And yeah, you want to go through this place too. I mean, once you have the boss key, you can kind of just end the level if you want. You don't have to do all this. But again, just for completion's sake, I'm going to do it. And then you have to make your way back to the boss door. So now you're kind of making your way back to the beginning of the level, essentially. And the other thing I don't like is the four-way ladder. If anyone who is involved with Z-Quest making, if you guys could fix the four-way ladder, that would be really awesome. You know, so its mechanics aren't necessarily that bad. But, you know, the feather kind of trumps the four-way ladder in a sense. See, now you're down here. And now we just have to make a beeline backwards to the boss door. So you kind of have to find a way to get to the boss key, to the boss door. You know, they don't give you a straight line to the boss. But if you have the feather, it breaks this level apart too. So don't, also realize that there's a couple of rooms you haven't gotten to yet. So you want to go into this passage here. And you get your first look at a fire Gleeok. And you don't want to, I mean, look, we have the gold ring. We could just tank this guy, so we don't necessarily have to worry. So I'm just going to skip over all this. And let's see. Now, the reason why I'm not fighting them is because I'm going to have to fight them again anyway. Oh, there's the last heart container. So I do have all 30 hearts now. And now let's see what the end of the dungeon prize is. See, because you have to beat all these guys up again anyway. Because you can't kill the super dark nuts. And I certainly would not recommend using Pharaoh's Wind. Not here. Not when this level is so long. And let's see what our end of the dungeon prize is. And in the next part, we are gonna start plowing through level 9s. And the hammer. Interesting. All right. Well, that is all the regular levels here, with the exception of level 9s. All right, so join me next time as we take out 1-9 and see what we get from there. I'm Nitro6003, and I'll see you guys all next time.